Welcome to this edition of Northwest Real Estate Forum. I'm your host, Patricia Wangsness. Our mission is to bring you experts and relevant topics that will help you understand the art, science, and timing of real estate, because after all, your home is your biggest asset. This is part 2 of our conversation with John Shearer of Shearer Painting. Welcome back, John.
Hi, Patricia.
Thanks so much for coming. So last time we spoke, we talked about what a seller needs to know about painting their home, whether they're going to change the color. It's their biggest investment to try to get somebody attracted to the home. Now, let's talk about from the buyer side. We drive up to the house. They may not like the color of the house, so that's one thing. And the second thing is, what do we need to look for to see whether or not we're going to need to paint the house? What are the signs that we're going to see that, oh, we might have to paint that house in 2 to 5 years? So color, how hard is it to change the color of a house?
I think you're asking 2 questions. What a buyer should be looking for, and how hard would it be to change colors?
Right.
So I get called a lot for people that are just purchasing a home.
Okay. That's good to know.
Quite often it's, we close on a home in 2 weeks, we want to get started.
Okay.
Often the paint job is in good shape because on the other end of it, the sellers will fix up the house in order to, so it's typically a color change. But what I feel it's my responsibility to also give them an evaluation of the painting and what I'm looking for. Some people confuse fading with paint failure, and they're alarmed by how much it's faded. But frankly, paint manufacturers' paints stick a lot longer than they actually hold their color. So there's a difference between paint manufacturers where the colors retain their color, hold their colors over a 10-year period, and other ones sort of fade. It's a difference in price. So I'm not so concerned about fading. It fades more in the south elevation. There's more exposure. But what I'm looking for is delaminating paint. It's a fancy term for peeling paint. I'm looking on the exposed areas, and I'm also looking for failure in the water entry points, which is around
window caulking and things like that.
Openings for doors and windows, and which can cause lots of problems. And I usually write a report. But those are the 2 things that I'm looking for to see if it's a good paint job. Changing a color, most quality paints can cover in 2 coats. So how hard is it? We're not really asked to ever paint a house and cover it in 1 coat. But typically any paint should recover with a high quality paint in 2 coats of paint. So it's not more difficult to change colors.
And how long does it take to paint a house? I know it depends on the size, but should we plan a week? Should we plan 2 weeks?
2,500 square foot house that just needs pressure washing and maybe 30 hours worth of prep work should be done in 7 working days, unless there's rain.
Unless there's rain. Well, here we are in the Pacific Northwest. Well, John, thank you very much. This has been very helpful, and I know that the buyers and sellers will really appreciate this information.
Thank you, Patricia.
Thanks for watching this edition of Northwest Real Estate Forum. Remember, whether you are buying, selling, or sitting on the sidelines, keep watching for important information on topics that are impacting your biggest asset, your home. To learn more about this and other shows, please visit us at northwestrealestateforum.com or check us out on Facebook. While you're there, be sure to order your free copy of Seattle's Best Places. You'll find something new and fun to do. I'm your host, Patricia Wangsness. See you next time.